Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Let's get this morning started. It's going to be the most amazing day. That I can promise you. That I am certain of. Just do the introduction real fast. So I want to share something that I learned yesterday. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. And subscribe. Remember, it costs nothing to subscribe to the morning show. So click that subscribe button. YouTube, thank you for hanging out with us this morning. And as you're doing that, don't forget we have the podcast, we have the movies, we have the books, we have all the things. So make sure that you check them out. So let's get going. Let's get going. Yesterday we talked about risky business. And so make sure you go back and watch that show. The day before we talked about surviving doesn't work in abundance. And we talked about bitter healing on 3/15. What day was that on? That was Tuesday. And Monday we talked about closing things off, part 2. Good morning, Joshua. So today I want to talk about today I want to talk about healing and I want to talk about something that I learned. I had it closed. Oh, I forgot to shut it. So good morning, Margaret. So I want to talk about something that I learned yesterday. I knew it, but sometimes that's Courtney this morning, Margaret. I knew this, but sometimes when people put it in a different frame of mind, in a different wording, it makes it all better. It was Courtney this morning. I know everybody used to Rosie being up, but it was Courtney this morning. So let me tell you what I learned. And I've been hinting at this Good morning, Janice. So let me read it again. Because I've said it in my mind, but this sounded so amazing. The goal isn't to always be healing. Remember, I talked about closing off and we go past that thing, right? Past the domestic violence. The goal isn't to always be healing, but to reach a place of peace with the past so that it does not impact your vision for the future. Insert Wednesday's talk, we talked about bitter healing. You're healing to prove to somebody else what you're worthy of and what you're good at, and to prove them wrong. That I did that. In the beginning, my healing was to prove to my ex-abuser that I am smart. I'm not stupid. I'm not all the things that you told me. And so in the beginning, my healing journey was to prove him wrong. And that can make you bitter. And your healing will always seem like it's starting over, because the purpose of your healing was never for yourself. It was to prove somebody wrong. So that was Wednesday. Go back and watch that one. We talked about bitter healing. I've got to come to a place of peace with the past so it does not impact the vision of the future. Living is the next step. Insert the 5 keys to live past crazy. If y'all been with the morning show, y'all know that's what I talked about for a very long time. It's one of my signature pieces, the 5 keys to live past crazy. The goal, the next step, is living. 2, we are growing into what we want to be. We are growing into what we want to be. Yes, that motivation impacts us greatly, but is it going to sustain me? Like eventually I got to let go of the hurt, anger, and frustration and be at peace with myself. Like my ex-abuser was a very good motivator. He motivated me to master's, the PhD. He motivated me to do all the things. But at some point, I had to realize either my anger and hurt and frustration was going to continue to live, or I need to close that off and heal it completely, and let me be my motivation. There's a difference between healing a wound and expanding into new growth. It's okay for things to change. There's a difference between healing a wound and expanding into new growth. It's okay to change. It's okay for you to let go of that hurt. It's okay to let go of that trauma. It's okay. Yes, right, Margaret. That's the stages of grief. Good morning, grief. So, excuse me. So the difference between healing a wound and expanding into new growth, that means I've got to say it is okay, JoJo, that you have healed from this and you don't have to reference this anymore. You've healed from this thing. And it's okay to accept change of something new and different. It's okay. It's okay. You can redefine yourself. You do not have to be defined by the abuse, the neglect. You don't have to be defined by what happened in your childhood. I know my childhood was kind of funky. You don't have to be defined by that. You can accept this new thing. Insert I am statement, insert bitter healing, insert all the things. So the goal isn't to always be healing, but to reach a place of peace with the past so that it does not impact your vision for the future. Period. Sometimes, and I want to talk about this maybe next week about forgiveness. Does you forgiving that person really work? Is it necessary? When do you find? What do you think about that process? We'll talk about that next week. Yeah, we are a village of change, Kim. So living is the next step. So if I've come to peace with it and it's no longer going to affect the vision of my future, living is the next step. 5 keys to live past crazy. Number 1 is to be quiet, right? It is in your quietness that you want to give yourself permission to live. And then we're growing into what we want to be, or we're giving ourselves permission to emerge of into who we've always been. Sometimes if you've been in trauma or something has hurt you or whatever it is, you have subtly changed yourself and modified yourself to fit this particular thing. And so when you're coming out of it, You're not becoming something necessarily new. You may be emerging back into who you really were. And the difference between healing a wound and expanding into new growth. There's a difference between those two. You can heal, you can expand, and you can grow. And it is okay for change to take place. Remember, there's 3 kinds of changes. Thank you, Joshua. And we read it in this book. Yeah, do y'all remember? I forget the name of the book. Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Remember, we did a whole series on that. And the lady that wrote the book, her husband reached out to me after I did 2 shows, because we did 2 or 3 shows about Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway and the 3 kinds of changes. And her husband sent me an email and said, thank you for buying the book. I watched her 2 shows on Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. My wife passed away, but she would be very proud of you. Y'all, that made me cry. That made my day. So in Feel the Fear, Do It Anyway, there are 3 stages of change. And we talked about that some years ago. So, and if we're in the instant, constant change, if we're in that instant change, which is a trauma has happened and we instantly have to change, sometimes we take apart pieces of ourselves that we don't know we do. Just detaching from the bitter stage. But listen, Janice, been there, friend. It's a process to detach from that bitter stage because we want and I'm speaking on JoJo. We want validation. I need self-validation. I need you to hurt and feel what I felt at the level I felt it in order for me to accept that you understand where I'm coming from. They are never going to experience that. They don't care. We can never inflict the pain that they gave us for them to feel it in the way that we felt it. And so I have to, as I let go of that self-validation, to know I'm not going to get it. That is the hardest, bitterest part of the healing journey. Because my question then becomes, but why? Why do I have to handle this shit? Why do I have to heal from it? Why I got to deal with it? Why do you put it in my lap when you get to live your life scot-free? Well, then it becomes JoJo's decision. Because there's a difference between healing a wound and expanding into new growth. Yeah, we touch people's lives every day and we don't even know it. I don't know who watches the morning show. Past the 2 or 3 people that say good morning, I can't see who joins the morning show. I can't go back and look to see who's joined the morning show. It doesn't tell me that. So I don't know who's watching, if I'm helping, if I'm not. I just know I show up every morning because that's what I'm supposed to do. But as we're working through that bitter stage, that bitter healing stage, be mindful of how much time it takes up. And I know I've shared the story about my friend who, her daughter now is about to be 24. She's only dated maybe one person since then, because she still holds on to the fact that she had a daughter with this man and they were in love. He changed his mind, did not want the relationship, left her, married another lady, and lived well. Has a happy marriage. No additional children, but has a very happy marriage. This lady, every time we talk, it's like she'll say, it's like my life stopped and his kept going. I had to struggle and strive to raise a daughter, and I had to fight all the time while he over there being happy. What about me? What about how I feel? He left when the little girl was 2 or 3. She's about to be 24. Imagine the space. Remember, the body keeps score in a circle of me. Remember that healing marker, trauma marker. Imagine a trauma marker that is so deep in there. Imagine that. Thank you, Joshua. So, healing end. I'll read this one more time. Hopefully, it's helped somebody. Okay. The goal isn't to always be healing, but to reach a place of peace with the past so that it does not impact your vision for the future. When I said I had to cut all of those triggers off and heal, listen, when I went to my board meeting in Ohio, I did that work in 4 days. I was intentional that when I got by myself, that was the work I was going to do. We were getting past those triggers, period. I checked in with myself. I got down to the root, honey. I got ugly. I cried. I snotted it out. I stretched it out. Honey, I put my feet on the earth. I did all the things to be at peace with that, so that there's no more triggers, because I want the circle of that healing to be complete. I don't need any gaps. After you come to the peace of that, the next step is living. Because you can live past crazy, LPC. You can live past crazy. I promise. I'm not saying that you've got to be intentional about the work, and I'm not saying that work won't be a little difficult. But if you stay with it and chip it away, you can live past it. And we are growing or emerging more into who we already are. Right? Listen. Back to some peaceful living, friend, because we're going to be peaceful, period, because there's nothing after that. There's a difference between a healing wound and expanding into new growth. It's okay to change. It is okay to change. It's okay. It's okay to no longer associate with that story that has defined your life, your whole life. It's okay to decide that I want to write another story. We have the pen. Remember yesterday? Y'all remember yesterday? We had all the pens. We write that story. You got to apply that pressure. So on this great, most amazing day, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a peaceful day. It's going to be the day that the healing marker starts for you. That healing marker is my idea, by the way. Thank you very much. We got to be careful with this intellectual property thing, y'all. So as you set your healing marker for today, okay, you are free to heal from that thing. You're free to heal from it. Some people will lead you to believe that you've got to hold that trauma forever. Till you do right by me. Y'all remember Color Purple? Till you do right by me. I don't have to do that. I don't have to be silly. I don't have to be till you do right by me. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do right by me. And in me doing right by me sits all the love, adoration, respect that I need. I must first give me what I need from you. Because if I can't give it to myself first, it doesn't matter what you bring to me. I can't receive it because I don't know what it looks like. Right, Kimberly, it no longer defines me. And listen, we can change things up, y'all. I'm just saying. We can change it up. So on this great day, know the difference between healing a wound and expanding into new growth, that it's okay to change. And the goal isn't to always be healing. Eventually, that healing needs to end for that thing. Healing happens in layers. Listen, it's been 18 years on this journey. 18. I've healed a hell of a lot. The healing of that thing has come to an end. And we're glad about it. When you reach that place of peace, that's what you want with the past. Because at some point, you got to come to the conclusion of yourself where you respect the past enough to leave it where it is and respect the future enough to keep going. You stand at that crossroads. You're in the spirit house. Y'all remember my example with the spirit house when I went to the spirit house in Ohio and I sat before the fire? I had to give honor to the old JoJo and allow her to die down and tell her, thank you for serving me this far. Some of you are right there in the spirit house. The fire has been lit. Now it's your turn to decide what is going to come to an end. What is going to come to an end? What are you going to respectfully allow the past to have and die down? And what are you going to honor in the future? Come on, Margaret. So on this great, most amazing day, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be the most amazing day ever. Listen, y'all know what I say. Clap your hands, dance around, move, change the energy in your home. Let me tell you this example, how your mind works that you don't even think about, and then I got to go. When I clap my hands to change the energy, or I tell you to dance, whatever it is, you say, JoJo, that doesn't work. Think about a time when you come home, and if you a woman, a man too, especially if you a woman, maybe a mama, you come home and for some reason, or you wake up, you're in the cleaning mood, and you will not stop until your home is clean from top to bottom. You feel the urge to throw things out. It is overwhelming. Like you clean the entire day, 8-9 hours. Your kid's like, Mama done lost her mind. She done cleaned out all the closets. She throwing away the clothes, and you won't even stop at the trash. You got to take it away. You like, I got to get this stuff out my house. Don't put it out there on the street for the trash man on Wednesday. I got to take it. And you follow it from beginning to end till it's out of your space. What do you think you're doing? Your energy is telling you that you need a desperate change in your atmosphere. And you got to clean some things out. You will open up a window when it's cold. You will open up a door when it's cold. When the sun is shining, you will open up all the blinds. You will do all the things. And you will be as if you are so possessed to clean your house. And that is simply your body, your energy's way of telling you, we are so closed in here that we can't breathe. And have you ever noticed that even when you wake up in your bedroom, you're like, I gotta move this room around, and something to keep nagging on you, like, I don't like where this is. I don't, you come through your living room and I don't like where this is. And I think I want to it is because the energy has stuck there. And then when you go to sleep, or when you finally sit down in your clean house, how do you feel? Do you not feel better? Do you not feel energized? Do you not feel like you could change the world? Your body gives you. Your body leads. Body leads, mind follows. Body leads, mind follows. Come on, Joshua. All right, Margaret. We're doing all the things. So on this great, most amazing day, be peaceful, period, because there's nothing after that. Please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Don't forget, Sister Rise is coming. 6 women. That's the link. If you need the payment plan, there it is. If that one doesn't work for you, reach out to me. I'll see what I can do to make one that fits for you. But when I tell you, the price is the price because of the things that you're going to get and the way that you're going to walk and the thing that you're going to walk away with. I am certain of that. That I'm certain of. So on this great, most amazing day, I want you to be peaceful, period. Okay? Share the show. Have a great weekend. Let the healing of that thing end today. Okay? Let the healing of that thing end today. Thank you, Margaret. Margaret said the experience is priceless. And this year we're going for 4 days. So we're going a little longer. So please make sure You check it out. And if you have questions, please let me know. And Margaret, I gotta find that video. Like in January, November, December, me, Margaret, and Jasmine did a video together where they talked about their experience for Sister Rising. It's like an hour long. Was that this year? I can't remember. So I'll try to find that video and share it with you guys. And I know Tammy wants to do one where she shares her experience as well. So all right, guys, have a good day, and I will see you here bright and early tomorrow. Not tomorrow morning, tomorrow's Saturday. Y'all wish Rosie well. Oh, let me share with y'all real quick about Rosie. Because y'all see Rosie more than you see Courtney. Rosie is a painter. And I don't think I have any of her. I took her painting down. I don't think I have one in here with her information. Yes, we had big fun. So Rosie is a painter. And there's this local shop. And they love Rosie to death. And they sell herbs and stuff in this shop. And we was talking, and I said, well, Rosie's a painter. And I was like, well, Rosie, bring us some of your work. So weekend before last, we took some of Rosie's artwork up there. They loved it. And they gave Rosie a whole section of their store to display her artwork. She's going to get one day where you can meet the artist, Rosie, and you can purchase her paintings. Rosie's really calm and cool. I was jumping up and down on the inside, like, yeah, go, Rosie. She's like, okay. And the lady was like, let me know when you can do it. Rosie said, let me check my schedule, because for the next few weekends, maybe the second week of April is when I'm free. Oh, but that's my birthday weekend, so maybe the end of April. Rosie said, I'll have more work for you by the end of April, and I will just reach out to you when I'm ready to book. I was like, they just offered you part of their store, and you're gonna tell them, oh, but I can't do it right now because I'm busy. I learn from this girl every day. Yes, Jenna, she's a painter. She did not get her artistic ability from her mama, because I do stick people. So there's that. Yeah, she does have some spirit fingers. So this weekend she has competition. So y'all wish her well with the band. She has band competition this weekend. So y'all wish her well. All right, guys, have the most amazing day. Share the show, because sharing is caring. If you share it, please tag me so I can properly tell you thank you, because sometimes I don't know who shares when they share, because it doesn't show up on my timeline immediately. Know that the healing can end today, okay? The healing of that thing. You can go live free, friend, okay? All right, have a good day, and I'll see you guys here bright and early on Monday morning. Have a good one.